I spent 3 days in Kuching, and in between cave adventures and cat statues, I discovered incredible local food, the kind you'd never find without insider tips. This is Kuching, slow-paced, warm, and full of hidden gems. I flew into Kuching early via Scoot and went straight to have breakfast. I will be heading to Choon Café. Grab driver told me that the Sarawak Laksa here is one of the top 3 in Kuching. The Sarawak Laksa's broth was spicy and rich with prawn flavour, unlike any other laksa I've had before. This was the perfect first taste of Sarawak. And the Grab driver was right, it's famous for a reason. At the same coffee shop, there were also other food stalls. After breakfast, I went to Waterfront Hotel to put down my luggage. After that, I headed out on foot, passing whitewashed colonial buildings from the era of the White Raja, such as the old Courthouse. The hotel was also very near to the Carpenter Street. It's filled with old temples, traditional shophouses, and plenty of eateries. These are the peppercorns from Sarawak. I passed by Keng Foodcourt and was surprised to see Kueh Chap stall there. So I had my lunch there, trying out the Kueh Chap. They served the Kueh Chap and the ingredients within the same bowl of broth. The broth was savoury and the rice sheets were soft and silky. This stall here also offers yu zha kueh to go along with the kueh chap. The pork satay there was sweet and juicy. Along Carpenter Street, you'll also find some cafes and restaurants. I stopped at Black Bean Coffee and Tea Company to have a taste of local Sarawakian coffee. You'll also see some wall arts along the street. The souvenir shops there would sell traditional tribal costumes. There were quite a few temples around this area. Each temple has its own energy. Some are small and quiet, while others are vibrant with offerings and prayers. At one of the temples, the staff members allowed me to watch how they stamp protective amulet. From Carpenter Street, I walked towards Tua Pek Kong Temple. This Tua Pek Kong Temple is said to be the oldest in Kuching, standing here since 1800. It's still one of the most active and respected temples in the city. From the temple, I walked towards one of Kuching's most famous cat statues. Then I walked along Sarawak River to go back to the hotel area. Behind Carpenter Street, you can find Jalan Main Bazaar. Here you can find lots of souvenir shops and also Kueh Lapis stalls. The Kueh Lapis here are so colorful and are in different flavors. There is also shops selling bird's nests. I walked back to Waterfront Hotel to properly check in. Room was spacious and clean. Bathroom was also of decent size but without bathtub. Before sunset, I walked towards Darul Hana Bridge. The bridge curves gracefully across the Sarawak River, connecting Kuching's heritage with its modern skyline. The floating mosque sits peacefully over the river. The golden roof of the State Assembly building is like a crown across the river. I went on a sunset river cruise.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy the 21. To handle disputes in Charles Brook, which is known for its Malay village.
It was very peaceful to sail along Sarawak River. There were also some dance and music performances. The cruise took about 1.5 hours and you'll be able to see the changing colors of the Sarawak River.
On our left, we
I got off the cruise at around 7 p.m. and would be meeting my local friends. My friends brought me to this seafood restaurant called Rock Road. We had stir-fried midin, a jungle fern you can only find in Sarawak. We also shared a mix of seafood and meat dishes, each packed with rich local flavors. Day 2 began with a quiet local breakfast at Thian Food Centre. My friends brought me here to try out the local dishes that I've never tried before. The Char Kueh, fried noodle, and Kampua mee all had their own unique taste. My favourite would be the Kampua mee. After breakfast, I joined a local tour to Fairy Cave and Wind Cave. These two caves are located in Bawu, which is about 1 hour away from Kuching. The first stop would be at Fairy Cave. To get to the entrance of the Fairy Cave, you need to climb up all these staircases.
There's a mouth of cave.
Within the cave, there are some steep ladders to climb. So be sure to wear proper hiking or rubber shoes. Remember to also bring your hat and a torchlight along. Fairy Cave felt like a massive cathedral-like chamber with moss-covered walls and shafts of light filtering through the rocks. It's quiet, cool, and filled with textures that change at every turn. According to the local guide, this is where the fairy will fly in. In the past, local Chinese would also come to this cave to pray.
Yep. This display way a lot you can see, you know what? Incense. Look at it. You in cave? That side of nature.
Wind Cave was just a few minutes' drive away from Fairy Cave.
And yes, before this one is check a photo.
Okay. Wind Cave is darker, lower, and quieter. You definitely need a torchlight here. Unlike Fairy Cave, it's more about the journey through the long tunnels and the sound of your own footsteps. There's supposed to be a gentle breeze inside, but I didn't quite feel the breeze.
Fly away, no?
Instead, there were lots of bats inside this cave.
Trail. 199, 139,
There were also some birds' nests and also birds' eggs here.
3, 4. 4 egg. In and out. It's not very far. And then if there's no sound, don't go. It's good to this Chinese Iban. During
After that, we drove off to the lunch place.
to your operation or to your operation site.
At Ming Foodcourt, I tried the Kolo mee. It was just okay since it wasn't one of those popular Kolo mee stalls. Let me know in comments which Kolo mee stall in Kuching is the most popular. In the evening, I walked towards India Street. It was just behind the hotel. After that, I stopped by Commons Café, located inside the old courthouse. The cafe had a clean minimalist vibe with high ceilings and natural light. It's a great spot to slow down, grab a coffee, and soak in a bit of heritage. Right next to my hotel was Plaza Merdeka, a modern mall that's convenient if you need anything last minute. Dinner was at the poolside restaurant at the hotel. The restaurant overlooked the river with gentle music and just a few quiet tables. I had ayam panso, a traditional Dayak dish where chicken is cooked in bamboo, served with purple rice. I spent the third morning in Padungan, Kuching's old Chinatown. My friends brought me to Noodle Descendents for dry noodles and pork soup. The noodles were chewy and coated with savory pork oil, simple but full of flavor. The soup was clean yet rich, a reminder that old school dishes don't need fancy plating to impress. Then we walked around the old shops at Padungan. The wall arts around Padungan were really beautiful. we checked out this cafe which was converted from an old workshop. The current owner still retains some of the old spare parts as part of the decorations. As we were still very full from breakfast, we didn't have any food or drink here. I realized Chap is quite a popular dish in Kuching. After exploring Padungan, we went to St. Peter's Church. It stood out with its modern Gothic design, clean lines, white walls, and tall stained glass windows. It felt peaceful and open. And I was reminded of churches in Europe. After that, I visited Borneo Cultures Museum by myself. The Borneo Cultures Museum was beautifully designed with exhibits that reflected the nature, crafts, and traditions of Sarawak many tribes. Each section had something visually rich and fascinating, but the storytelling felt a bit scattered. It jumped from tribe to tribe depending on the exhibits available, so it was hard to follow a clear cultural thread. At ground floor, you can find a souvenir shop and a cafe. After checking out from hotel, I went to Siloni's restaurant for lunch. This place was recommended by my friends, and it didn't disappoint. I had cheese naan, warm, fluffy, and just the right amount of crispy on the edges. But the portion was really huge for just one person. After lunch, I explored one of the convenience shops before going for a foot massage. After my foot massage, I went back to Carpenter Street's Zoe Cafe to have coffee. In the evening, I met up with my friends again to have dinner at Little Chef Garden in Paradise. We had midin again, plus fried rice and prawns. Paradise is definitely one of the areas that only locals would know. Over 3 days, Kuching surprised me, not just with caves and cats, but with food, pace, and the people who made it more personal. I hope this gave you a glimpse into Sarawak's quieter side, where every dish tells a story, and even the cats are part of this city's charm. If you enjoy discovering hidden gems through local eyes like this video, share it with a friend, and don't forget to subscribe. More places like this coming soon!